right, welcome to a UNICULT Wishing Well ritual. My name is McKenna Immortal. If we have not met yet, it's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. What we are going to do today is we are going to practice a special kind of ritualistic meditation that is dedicated solely to our hearts. Our hearts are very important to us, important in more ways than one, important in more ways than we realize or even consciously think about sometimes. In UNICULT, we believe that our hearts are our compasses. Our hearts can help lead us to the path to joy. Our hearts are our moral compass. They help us decipher what's right and what's wrong. You can truly follow your heart, or you can follow your ego. In a lot of cases, those are the two directions that you can go with. But a lot of the time, we disconnect ourselves from our hearts in one way or another. A lot of the times, we started out with an open heart, especially when we were children. We started out young and naive and vulnerable and just so curious and excited about everything, and our hearts were wide open. Some of us were maybe more sensitive than others. Some of us were maybe either raised to have the belief or just personally developed the belief to give people the benefit of the doubt in many situations, to see the good in other people in many situations. And a lot of us, while holding that kind of mindset without any sort of protection, any sort of awareness of what can happen when you make your heart very vulnerable, a lot of us have gotten hurt. This reminds me of a story that UNICULT told once when they were trying to practice turn the other cheek, and it ended up causing or inviting more abuse. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, number one, showcasing our heart and our bodies for ourselves, showcasing it in beauty and light and love in a way that it truly will be, and already is really, the center of our beings, in order to be our moral compass, in order for us to appropriate and healthful love for ourselves and others and the planet, and also in order for our hearts to heal and also for them to be protected. This ritual is dedicated to all those things. And by the end of this ritual, you will be granted with the comfort and the power to be able to live your life more as your true, authentic self without fear. You'll be able to follow your heart, and maybe not all at once, but absolutely start moving more towards the person that you really want to be, even if it's different from the version of you that you currently are. It's designed to help release you of some of the baggage that you feel you have to carry, but you truly don't, and it's meant to play a role in dealing some of that trauma that we all have and are affected by as humans. So, the first thing that we're going to do is grab our candles. I'm going to turn my camera on. I don't know why I didn't have it on already, but it's okay because we didn't need it until now. Hi everyone. So everyone grab your candle. It doesn't need to be a candle with UNICULT on it, it just needs to be a candle. You can grab your candle. And we're just going to open up the space, take a few nice deep breaths. invite source energy, light energy, love energy. Invite that energy into the space. Open your mind and open your heart to the belief that this type of energy will be entering the space. And feel it come down to your lighter or your matchbox or whatever you're going to use to light the flame with. Pure love. Hold on to your lighter or lighting device. Hold on to it and notice the feeling of energy going into the object. Notice that it's being compressed, so much love, so much light into the lighter. And so now as we light the fire, we have a flame that is also filled with so much love and so much light. And as it glows, its frequency illuminates farther out than the flame itself does, encompassing us and our entire surroundings. You are now in an orb of love light. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our water, and this is drinking water, and we're not going to necessarily chug it. It truly is just drinking water. We're going to take a few moments and appreciate ourselves and truly love ourselves and think about all of the cells that we have in our body and how much we need this water. Whether or not we've had maybe a good amount of water today, or maybe we're a little bit dehydrated and need to drink some water. Take a few minutes now, not a few minutes, but a few moments, maybe a minute or so, and just drink as much of the water as you comfortably can. I know a lot of the times we want to take a sip, otherwise feel challenged to chug the whole thing like UNICULT does. I'm not very good at chugging water, and I sometimes too need to drink water. So let's just all take a few minutes and try to get some water in our bodies in the name of love for ourselves, because we deserve to be hydrated. And as the water goes down your throat and into your body, feel it almost spread out through your chest and your stomach, and then eventually down your arms and legs. And along with that feeling of the water moving through our body, it brings about a feeling of peace and serenity and calmness and comfort. And as we sit in this blissful state, we breathe slowly, steadily, and softly. And we'll take a few deep breaths even. Breathe deeply now. And just allow your breathing to normalize. No matter the position you're sitting up in, hold your palms to the sky. Feel the love light energy that you are surrounded in tickle your palms. Feel the true essence of the energy and just exactly what it is. Feel it radiate throughout your body, and also notice the apparent interconnectedness that that light has with essentially everything else in existence. That love and that light and that comfort is connected with what is. Somewhere in the atmosphere, there is a perfect celestial, astral mineral, and we will obtain it. This mineral is in abundance. It is created as soon as you create it, and it exists for as long as you believe it to exist. Focus your attention again to the palms of your hands. Notice how the center of them, the center of your palms, may feel flatter than the rest of your hands. And notice how they start to get heavier and heavier and just a little bit heavier, almost as if there is a substance or blocks being stacked up in your hand. And as these blocks begin to stack up in your hand, start to remember that you are a creator and you can create anything. What is in your hand is the celestial, astral, light-loving mineral, special, magnificent crystal. This crystal that you now hold in both of your hands is a mineral that holds magic, protective properties. It's absolutely bulletproof. It is a perfect shield of love and light. But it is also the most beautiful, clearest, most stunning, just absolutely celestial and angel-like crystal that you have ever seen. And when it is in thin sheets, such as glass, it can be used to perfectly showcase anything you want, anything. You can put this glass around anything, and notice how the blocks in your hand almost melt and transform, and you feel it melting into your fingers a little bit until the blocks are sheets of glass-like crystal. Now, when your hands are full of these sheets, we're going to rise our hands up and put them roughly in front of our chest. Take a deep breath in. Second breath. On the third breath, put your hands to your heart. Press while you exhale. Feel the crystals forming a perfect, interconnected, interlocked wall around your heart that showcases your heart and allows it to shine brightly, even illuminates it, really shows off its beauty, allows it to exist freely, openly, and in a perfect way. And then remember that while your heart is encased in this special crystal, Nothing can hurt it. You can maybe be tricked into believing that it can be hurt. But once you have this special crystal built around your heart, you then truly are allowed to know deep in your heart that you are always protected by the universe. You are always protected by love, because the celestial being that you are is bigger than what you think you are. Start thinking about all of the things that you've always wanted to do. Anything that you thought is truly in alignment with who you are, but for some reason you weren't able to do it because of perhaps judgment. Maybe you thought you wouldn't be able to obtain what you needed, so you never asked for things that you needed or things that you wanted. Start thinking about the elements of yourself that you felt like you had to develop for safety in order to adapt, in order to impress someone else. And then question, is it really you? Do you like this part of yourself? Is it in alignment with your true heart, with your hands on your heart? Ask yourself this question and wait for the answer from yourself. In a moment, we're going to lift our hands from our hearts. And when we do, we are going to notice a brief but real feeling of a little bit of pain, a little bit of anger maybe, a little bit of resentment, a little bit of entrapment, a little bit of our trauma, a little bit of everything that is holding us back from feeling as if we can be our true authentic selves and be in alignment with our hearts and our true moral compass and who we really are with our souls. So notice that those things exist in the universe, so they exist sometimes within you. And hold them in your hands against your chest. And let those things know that you don't need them anymore. Let those things know that you're thankful for the positive changes that they've eventually brought for you, if any. Thank them for allowing you to see when you're in danger, maybe pushing you out of certain situations, changing your life in any way. Who knows if those stories are even played out yet, but just acknowledge their existence. Acknowledge their existence. Tell them it's going to be okay. To be an entity like that, can you imagine? Tell them it's going to be okay. And thank you, but you don't need them anymore. I'm going to slowly pry our hands away from our chest and feel all the energy that might be resisting a little bit coming along with it into our hands, and pull your arms as far away from your chest as you can and pull it all out. Pull out all that resentment, all that fear, all that negativity, all that self-hate, all that self-doubt, anything that ever told us that we can't or we shouldn't or we're not good enough or we'll never get the things that we need. Take it all out. You don't need it anymore, and feel it in your hands as you open your hands back up. And take a deep breath and blow it away. 3 times. Number 2. One more time. Deep breath. And just like that, that energy is released into the ether to become something else because it is no longer needed in that form. And notice how light and intact your heart feels. Stand up straight with your shoulders back and your chest forward with your new heart. And know that you can take on your world. Take a few more deep breaths. Come back to center. And when you're ready, blink a few times and slowly open your eyes. It might take a little bit of time for the cosmic energy to wear all the way off. You might feel this one for a little bit throughout the evening, but it's good. Grab your candle. You don't need the protection of the orb anymore. So you may close it by blowing out your candle. And so it is. Uni bless.